Yeah.
What's up, y'all? I wanted to share with y'all a resource that we utilize as a homeschooled family. So in South Carolina, we have a program through the library. I think Discus. I think they're like some type of program. It's through Discus, DISCUS. This is basically free tutoring for your child. DISCUS.com. Scroll down to tutor.com. You click on that, you'll be prompted to log into Discus and you can contact them. It's actually a phone number too. Because what I had to do was contact them, get the login information, and yeah, from there, that's how I got access. And that's the password to get in. But I guess that's like the general password so that we can kind of get into the system to you to be able to utilize the free services. I don't know. But after that, you'll go to log in to actually you have to create an account. Um, yeah, you have to create an account, and I guess I'll just tell you my experience with it from that point on. And so after you create the account, um, I do want to let you know when you're creating the account, don't put it as the child's information because I have 5 kids, but I'm gonna use it for sure for 3 and maybe my 3-year old too. I just haven't looked through it, and I'm gonna also use it as well because they have so many free tutoring services. So I was trying to create everybody their own login information because each of them has emails. I put my child's Gmail as the username or whatever, the email, and then for their birthday, I would just put your birthday because unless you don't care about doing the audio part, so it like my daughter's tutoring right now, and she can listen to the tutor instead of typing for assistance, if that makes any sense. So it's audio versus just chat. But for you to use the video, you should utilize the parents' birth date because if you don't, it don't allow you the audio options. And this is, I mean, it may not cause anyone issues, but for me, if you run across that, the easiest way to deal with that is just put your birthday, or you can put the child's birthday and just your year, or just to kind of like navigate through that because um whoever you sign up under, when you sign up under your name, it's going to be um your name who pops up when you're in your session, which is not a big deal. I mean, but for me to stay organized so I can know and go back through Rennie's or my daughter's sessions, because you can also, they record them and you can go back and listen. Later on I can go back and just kind of like listen in and see how things are going, making sure the tutor is actually being of help, because I don't like to stand over her when she's tutoring. So that's another thing. And that gives me time to myself. Like right now, the youngest ones are taking a nap. The other two are able to do their own thing. Like I can set them up with something and be good with that while she's doing her 1 hour session. And really, I think it just depends on the tutor because we got to a number of tutors before we got to this one, and they were doing like 20-minute sessions or 30-minute sessions. This lady she has is awesome. Like, and that's why I was like, you know what, I gotta share this because I did tutoring with my oldest two last year, and we had to pay. Well, it was free, but we had to travel like an hour or 2 hours, 2.5 hours, yeah, just to get to tutoring, um, 2 times a week, or 2 times, or once. It was once a week. But that was very helpful that it was free, but we had to spend gas just to get there, right? So I kind of stopped doing that after about like 3 months. I was like, yeah, this is it's gas. When I might as well try to find a tutor. And so I tried to like go to care.com, and the prices still, I didn't like them. Um, And I just kind of like, let it go. Just started really doubling down on learning different stuff and doing different things to fit each child's learning abilities or learning styles, not abilities, learning styles, because each child is different. And so when I'm not doing, when I feel like I can't get through to the kids, and I feel like with each child, I had to seek assistance at least once so far. Yeah. Like out of my oldest three who's in school. Out of the three out of the five. And I do everything that I can possibly do, learn, and try to get to through them. That's the perks of being, try to get to them, through different learning styles and just the material that I'm providing them, how I'm providing it. I try to take all of that into account when I'm formulating, my teaching mechanisms. But if I feel like my child isn't progressing as much, or if I feel like, even if they could be progressing fine, but I could just feel like, dang, it's becoming not a burden for me, but it's becoming stressful for me. And I just don't want it to, I'm trying to speed up the process so that, well, not speed up, but do everything that I can to see if they can get it possibly a lot faster. Like with my oldest two last year, I did reading. I found a program, and we were in that area a lot during that time, and so that's why I kind of signed up for it, because we was there, and we went to, my husband was basically working in Myrtle Beach, and so we were there with him all the time. And so we were like, okay, we here, I'm utilize the service, that'll be one extra thing. And so it was essentially fine when we were doing it then. But once we came back our way, more closer to home, um, $50 every time we was driving, and is not a big deal, but it's like I'm spending money. It's technically not free. And although that was a good program, I think is great. And I think that if I had continued, I probably would have requested different tutors. Now the tutors that they had, I loved them. Like they were sweet. Um, but as far as like how they treated the boys, they were very nice. But I think they were very intelligent people. But I think that when you picking a tutor, you have to do it based on your child's personality and their learning styles and everything. Because, like, I'll give you an example. With my two oldest, so my oldest, he's very stubborn. That's what I'll say. Very intelligent, but very stubborn. Like once he get out of his ego and out of his, even if it's doubt or feeling like he's not capable, once he get out of that mind frame and really narrow that energy into trying to figure out whatever it is he learning, he do real good. He do real good. However, he needs that push, because he'll stay in a place way too long if you don't be like, look, you can't be soft with him for us. Like even his tutor, again, so nice, so sweet, did an excellent job on the material and all of that. But I think that he needs more of a tutor that's gonna like empathize with him and then keep it moving. Like, let's not stay in this, it's okay, buddy, you got this, it's okay. I'm more of like, look, I feel you. I feel where you're coming from. I get it. I'm the same way when I'm learning something. However, now let's take that energy and let's flip it into actually figuring out how can you get this material, because you got to learn it, right? Once he tap into that, it's like he need that tough love type thing. My second oldest, he needs more nurturing. Like, he thrives from, and it's all about figuring out where are they thriving from. That's with my oldest. But with my second oldest, he thrives from not so much of being, and I feel like with all my kids though, they get the love and the toughness. They get the love and the toughness. And Rena was making some noise. She's literally on the other side of the store tutoring. So that way, if she need me, I can know. And that's the thing. Like, I'm gonna go back to that. But yeah, so with my second oldest, he needs extra love. You know, Miles, he kind of my first oldest, he like needs some love, but then he need to be snapped right back to be like, all right, out your feelings, okay? Because if he stay in his feelings too long, it hinders his um ability to pick it up a lot faster. Or sometimes it just seems like he won't even come out of that place because he playing these mind games with himself. So he need that push for him to see someone else believing that he can, for him to can, if that makes any sense. And honestly, I don't feel like I'm gonna have to do it forever because he's getting to the point now where he don't need it. I don't know, maybe it's because he growing up or whatever, but he don't really need it as much, and learning is just becoming, right? It's becoming. He got this mind frame. I gotta learn it. I'm gonna learn it. I'm in my feelings, but it's all good. I'm gonna do it. Okay, so with my second oldest, he need that love. He needs you to say, look, it's the same thing, except I'm saying he needs more love, if that makes sense. And like I said, it's all about what the child thrives off of. Now, if you have a child that's like, if all of them needed more love, then that's exactly what I would do. You know what I mean? But I know what hinders the other one from evolving into the best person that they could possibly be. And not only that, but teaching your child different ways of coping and really seeing life, even as an adult. We work on that now. When they get grown, everybody gonna have times, but at least they'll be able to navigate, right? My second oldest, he need the love. He need the love. Um, he's very emotional, and each child changes because Miles used to be like that, but then it went from that, and it's like once they start getting older, it changes. Like that's why I said it may not ever be the same all the time. But Mahar is in that phase like how Miles used to be. He need the love. Too much of it. And then you give him a love a little bit longer than Miles, and then you have to throw in the toughness and then shut up. Like, you build them up. You can do it. You know, I feel you. I feel exactly where you're coming from. You know, I get it. I get it. But I know you can do this. Like, I know you can do this. So, he could be trying to figure out a word and he's adding letters or whatever. If you stop rushing, with him, you have to give more detailed instructions on how to build him up right now. Give him a lot more love, and then you be like, look, so you can do it. I'm waiting on you to do it. I'm waiting on you to rechannel. He is way more unique. You gotta love on him a lot more, and then give him instructions. Get out your feelings. You know, it's all right to be there, but do you feel good? Do you feel good right now? So I know, why feel that when you can just go over here, do what you need to do, and feel that. It's like you changing his emotions. And some people may disagree, like, oh, let the kids feel. And I'm all about that. But one thing I notice with myself and people around me is when you feel a little too long, sometimes it's very hard. It's harder to me to come up out of people. It's harder to me. It's easier to sit there. So, but I just try to get him to see, like, if you stay doing this, that's pretty much hindering you from leveling up. But if that's what you want to do that. But hey, if you think about it, feeling this way, that is actually a lot better, right? And it opened his eyes. He'll be like, you know what, dang. And he's still, one thing I notice about him is he's not overly emotional, but I guess you can say, but he just don't like to get his feelings hurt. So, yeah. And them boys go through that in general. Like, they always competing, who the best, who can fight the best, who can read the best, who could build this the best. Like, they always at competing stage. So, but yeah, so with them two, that's it. With my third child, she needs a little bit less, a little bit. Well, her and Miles probably about the same. Her and my oldest probably about the same. They need love, but they need that toughness. They don't get it as long as Hari, because if they, again, get it a little longer than Hari, and they'll be stuck for too long, and it hinders their mind. They playing back and forth, back and forth. But yeah. And so, I just wanted to share. I think that was all I had to say about the discus thing. I mean, like I said, just me, just even knowing all of this about each of my children, it allows me to create a more plan for how to relate to them what it is I'm trying to relate. I usually am, I don't want to say overwhelmed, because overwhelmed to me sounds like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. It's a little bit more than what I prefer. That's what I'll say. Because I have two younger ones. And so I'm also taking care of them. And one of them is teething right now. And it's just, it's going to always be something. It's 7 of us. But until everyone gets to a certain age, and even when everybody do get to a certain age, I'm still having to teach 5 children. So I gotta utilize my resources. And yeah, there's paid services, but we use Discus, the tutoring.com through Discus. And we went through 3 people. She's the 3rd person that she. So yeah, so having another set of tools is very much needed. So the first 2 times it was people where we were just like testing them out, and actually one of them is, she's good, but we do like this one better. But the other girl is good, but her time frames are not the times that we're looking for, and the dates, and she doesn't seem like she's consistently online. But this lady, she's, to me, she tries so many different things. And like I said, the last girl is good too, but this one, she will go sometimes an hour and a half with my daughter. And like, she's so sweet, she's so nice. And I'll just go back and listen to the recordings each week, and she does very good. She does very good, and Serenity is improving. Like, because sometimes, it's like, I love creating the curriculum based on my child's needs, but I'm also aware that, it takes more. It takes more if they aren't getting it. Even if they take the same amount of time, it basically allows you to see if your child can learn something different from someone else. And sometimes it could just be the fact that I'm mama, like mom. And I think I've done really good sorry, I'm snacking. We don't eat lunch until after her tutoring session. So right after, they can run around and then they're going to sleep, taking a nap. Absolutely love her tutor. Just two discus. Who knows if they ever see this video, but I don't know if people tell y'all, but we are definitely thankful that y'all offer this in our area. Because we desire to homeschool and we want to have the access to certain things without having to pay for them all the time, yeah, these are our kids, we do whatever, but I feel like I'm gonna always try to see if there's some sort of free resource for my child or children. Okay, so yesterday I forgot that I had a meeting. Yeah, I was like 5 minutes late. So long story short, so I paused, attended my meeting, and then I had to go run some errands, and then my day kind of got away from me. So the kids are in the house having breakfast. Usually when they have breakfast, I just step out here, take a look at my little plants, flowers, to see if they need to be watered, pruned, tended to, sit out here and absorb the sun, and have me something to drink, whether it's coffee or usually something with caffeine in it, which I'm working on, by the way. For me, because I kind of want to be able to be up and up without needing caffeine. Anyways, so I just want to kind of wrap this video up about the discus online tutoring thing. So yeah, so that's that. I'm very grateful for that. Not sure if I already said this yesterday. I need to go back and actually look at the videos. But discus, whoever created this for us residents, I can't speak for everyone, but I will say for our family, we are so grateful for this, because it allows us to still live the lifestyle that we desire and to basically, be used as another form of resource, learning resource for our children. So that's all I'm saying about that. I hope that this video helps someone or, other families who are homeschooling. And yeah, I'm going to try to sit here and absorb this sun and just listen to nature until one of these kids come knocking on this door saying, "Mommy, I'm done with breakfast," and then let them color, and then pretty much once everybody finish, we get started with schoolwork. So let me enjoy my time to myself, and we will see y'all in the next video. Please tune in, because let's just say mommy need her space, wifey need her space, and so my man is in the process of creating my space, and I love it, and I can't wait to show y'all. Anyway, see you on the next video.